What's poppin'? What's poppin'? What's poppin'? I can't say welcome back, but I can say welcome to my channel, my new podcast. It is called Through Our Lens. So Through Our Lens means whoever come up on here, we just gonna be talking through our you know, through our point of views. You feel me? I got a special guest, a very special guest to my heart, my poo. Her name is Destiny Cache Samuels.
Don't be saying government names.
Ersky, my poo.
Hey, everybody.
Yeah, you feel me? So I got her on here because if I didn't, I would probably be sleeping on the couch. So
Good
let's
answer.
let's keep that as a note. But yeah, man, this is my first podcast, and my girlfriend actually came up with the idea of the first topic. So tell them about it.
I basically came up with the topic how to navigate being in a relationship as well as doing business in the same field.
Yeah, that was actually good. And it's crazy because we actually I've been doing photography for how long? Dang.
He asks me this every time, and I'm
That's
like,
crazy.
I'm trying to think of my own life.
Those are
I don't
important
know.
dates that we supposed to remember.
Wasn't it 2018?
It was 2019.
Oh,
It was the
2019.
top of 2019.
Yeah.
So
2 years.
2 years.
Almost 2 years.
Almost 2 years.
Depending on what month.
And then how long you been doing photography?
Like seriously, like almost 4 years. Like on my own, maybe three and a half.
You've been out here in these streets.
Yeah, like really. I've been learning for a little longer, but
Right.
like bought my own camera.
Mm-hmm.
Probably like 3.5 years.
Ooh. Okay, you got some years in this game. I see you.
Yeah, it's crazy. Time flies.
Time flies. I see you. So yeah, I played football for majority of my life, and as a kid, when I moved back with my mom, as a kid, being in church, you got to be active. So I was a usher. They always laugh at me because I say usher. So I was an usher, and I also did the cameras at church. So, but that was where it stopped.
Yeah.
Because I went to school and jumped off the porch. But other than that, yeah. So when I met her, I had just got injured and I was kind of going through depression, and I was like, you know what? You got an extra camera? And she was like, yeah, I got an extra camera. I'm like, can I use it? Like, can I just, like, whenever you shoot, can I shoot? And she was like, yeah, like, okay. And we just went with it, and it's so crazy, Destiny. I just talked to my old best friend, Marisol, the one I used to tell you about. I talked to her. Tell me why. So remember when I went? Sidebar, I had enrolled into Cerritos, but when I did, I took her with me because I wanted her to join, join school too, and she had a major or whatever. And she was just like, and it was crazy. She told me, she said, Darnell, remember when you told me you was gonna be a photographer?
Oh dang.
And I said, you lying, right? Like, you lying, because I never told myself. I don't remember telling myself I'm gonna be a photographer. And she was like, no, fool. Like, we went and we was trying to look up majors, and she was just like, I'm gonna just take this photography class. And I'm like, all right, I'm gonna take it too. Like, I want to be a photographer.
Yeah.
And this is what she telling me that I said. She was like, yeah, like you was like, oh, I'm gonna take it too, because I want to be a photographer. And I'm like, for real? I said that? And she literally told me that like probably 3 days ago. And I was like, that's crazy. And then she started laughing. She said, you spoke it into existence. And I'm like, dang, that's crazy. Because mind you, I only worked around a camera in church.
Yeah.
Other than that, like we took this cinematography class in high school. But other than that, it was never like no photography.
Yeah, like it wasn't like a passion you really thought hard on.
Football was like, man, I'm finna get my mama a house. You feel me? We finna be out of here. But it's crazy. But then translating it now, meeting you sparking that in me, and then now we working together. Sometimes, not all the time, but working together. And tell me, you give me your side. Give me. Tell me how you feel about working with me.
I want to say sidebar before I say that. It just shows you how, like, intentional God is, even if you don't even know, like, because he planted that seed whether you knew it or not, and then somebody kind of reminded you, and you're like, oh, I don't remember saying that, maybe I did, but then you did do video at some point, or photography, and it sparked something. So and then full circle, we meet, I'm already pursuing photography, and it's like it sparks an interest again, and now you've been doing photography for X amount of time or whatever, and it's just crazy. Like, y'all be so intentional. 2 years, and it's like, I mean, celebrity photographer, Darnell Lewis Brown, forgiving government names, and it's like started from the bottom. I mean, obviously you have so much more to go. But that's crazy. That's really cool. But for me, my experience, it's been like, it's not bad, it's not good, it's like in the middle, because even when we were like, I think during the pandemic, and we were trying to like, all right, let's get to the bag, like how can we make money?
Tell them our first gig together.
What was our first gig together?
Was it Coachella?
Oh, it was, yeah. So we did Coachella. Don't know what year. Do you know the year?
2019.
Okay, 2019.
That's when the world was open still.
Yeah. Okay, we did that. Met some friends. They put us on to this Coachella gig, and it was like a party, whatever going on out there. And we did that, and that was like, for sure, our first time. It was fun. I was like, I had expectations, like how I wanted the picture to come out, but I was like, this is a new environment. And I feel like we both killed it. I
feel like you did better than I did, for sure.
But it was like, I was still at the beginner level of photography.
So she was at the beginner level. She already had 2 cameras. She was shooting off of a 6D. I was shooting off of a Canon Rebel. With a L series lens that we borrowed from her mentor. So her shots was coming out good. Mine was coming out aight in my eyes.
Yeah, but when you look back at them, you got some nice photos.
She was killing them. She was killing them for sure. That was my first year, so y'all know how that went. I was like I was overshooting, doing extras, not knowing what I was doing.
We probably both were overshooting though.
But you was already like 2 years in though.
But
meaning like you knew what you was doing low key. Like,
I mean, I didn't even have a mentor. Let's say realistically, I started like end of 2018, really top of 2019. So Coachella's in like April. Technically, I was a few months in. Realistically,
a few months?
Yes, like because I remember getting my camera a little bit before November, which was like Thanksgiving time. I got it a little before.
Oh yeah.
So technically, I wasn't really that engulfed in it, but I mean, I had some experience. But going out there, I was just like, well, let's just see what happened, and it worked. But like I was saying, from my experience, it's in the middle for the simple fact of just trying to navigate those spaces together or separately, because a lot of people go in business and their teammates. But we do the same thing. We both do photography. It'll be different if you did video or I did video or photography,
That's true.
We're, trying to engulf in videography more. But because we do the same thing, I feel like it's difficult sometimes because, your client may come to me, like something that just happened. And my client came to you and then started going through you and then reached out to me, and it caused friction in our relationship. And then in the past, one of your clients you were shooting with reached out to me.
Who?
Do I got to say that
on
podcast?
Oh, my bad. Sorry.
I'll tell you off of it, but somebody who lives downtown.
Oh, word? It's crazy.
But just things like that, and I just feel like people probably do want us together, but then people don't want to pay the price. So it's like,
sure. And then who gonna take? I can understand if it was a wedding, because then that's when you pay for 2 photographers. But it's like, who gonna pay for 2 photographers? Like you got to be doing something else. Like you got to be doing video.
Or unless you're like, you have the the money. You're maybe an artist, a celebrity or something, and it's like,
you need something crazy.
You need multiple people, BTS, and maybe a main photographer and stuff. So
that's true.
I think we're in a space where we're trying to navigate it and figuring it out. You don't know until you know.
And we just got to be patient with ourselves, with each other, as well as, because we, like how you said, we both trying to get to the bag.
Yeah, and at first I remember when you told me you wanted to do photography, I have a text on my phone of him like, "Hey, you're gonna mentor me,"
Oh
like,
yeah, she screenshot it.
which is so cute. Whatever. And I was losing my train of thought. Anyway, you reached out, texted me, and said you wanted to learn from me and all that stuff. And it was cool at first. I was just like, "Oh, he's not taking this serious."
She said at first, she said,
And
"This nigga competition."
then, yeah, like honestly, you became competition in some degree because I remember, no shade, I love my mentor Darius, but he would reach out to you and not to me. And so then it's like you like get in your head like, am I not good? Am I losing my touch? Like,
Yeah,
but then I had to realize what's for you is for you, you know, unless he comes to us together, then that's different. But like,
Yeah.
what's for you is for you. What's for me is for me. And he may be thinking like, oh, I know there's strong suits in this area.
for
So
sure. Yeah,
let me get this person for this. And so that's probably been the most difficult part, like
Yeah.
having the humble pill to swallow. Like the person who taught me photography is coming to you. Like
Yeah.
you get your own mentor.
yeah.
And
Hey,
so-
but that's crazy that you said like you get your own mentor because mine just came organically. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
I
but
mean, mine did too, but
No,
yours
no,
was for sure.
no,
Like,
I'm not saying that yours wasn't. I'm just saying like you already had one, and then it's crazy. You was like in your head, like you get your own, you get your
Yeah.
own, and then mine just came, and I wasn't looking, and it came in the same it came in the same breath as yours helping me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We was under the same roof, and I was just walking out, and he walked up to me like, "Hey man, like you a photographer?" I'm like, "Yeah," and then from there, the rest is history. But
Yeah.
but going back to what you said, like us having different niches or whatever the case may be, or we shoot a certain way. I feel like I've probably felt the same way, like how you felt like, oh dang, but I don't know, like I said, playing a team sport, sometimes you gotta wait your turn. Sometimes you just gotta work harder. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So even with the gigs that you get, like, she ain't gonna say too much, but she worked for like Pepsi and stuff like that. That's just a few names. I mean, that's just But nah, like I remember when you got that gig, and I was like, bruh, like that's hard. But I think, cause I feel like we all kind of like feel that way. I like if somebody say, "Oh, I don't be feeling like that," that they probably lying.
Yeah.
But it's like I feel like if you genuine with yourself, you feel that. But like the things that you go through and like kind of help you get over that. Like, oh no, you feel me? Like for me, when I seen that, I'm like, oh, like I just need to work harder. You feel
Yeah.
me? Like obviously, like how you said, what's for you is for you. But for me, honestly, like what helps me is like I need to work harder. You know what I'm saying? Like my mentor, he shoots something crazy, and I be like, bruh, like not saying I don't want his connect, but I'm like, bruh, I have to work hard
Yeah.
so that I can get somebody that look at me the way they look at him. You know what I'm saying? So the way your mentor looked at you and was like, hey, I need you for this. I need you to shoot this. And that's for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I don't
And I
know.
feel the same way. Like
Yeah.
it's definitely motivating,
Yeah.
even if it's from jealousy to some extent.
Yeah.
But it's just like, okay.
I'm happy that you being real though. That's good. Being
Yeah,
real.
it's like, okay, let me get in my bag more so
Yeah.
people know, like,
Mm-hmm.
not even like it's a competition, but
Yeah.
it's just like
It's healthy
we
competition.
both want to eat, you know?
Yeah, for
and
sure.
So, like you said, it's definitely a healthy competition because sometimes I may be lazy as a photographer and I can get in my bag a bit more and create like
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
other stuff, you know? So,
Yeah, that's true. That's crazy though, cause I don't know. Like I've always looked at you as like for me, like I tell even when I first started, I'm like Destiny Cole, she better than me for sure, and I mean that like you good. You feel me? Like I ain't like,
Appreciate it.
bruh. It's we see a lot of good photographers out there, but like you up there for sure. When I look like when I don't I try not to compare and all that, but like when I do look at their work and I look at your work, I'm like, hey, you up there. You feel me? Like I don't like putting black people, like putting our people against each other. So
Yeah.
and I look at our people at as far as photography, I look at our people, our gifted people, and I don't be trying to do that. But I'm like, hey, you up there for sure. Like so ever since I started, I'm like, that's Nicole, and they be like, "Hey man, you good? You good?" I'm like, "Look, but my girlfriend Cole, like she hard, cause I don't know. I think it's all about like having time. Like the more time you spend with something, and you already had like time on me, so it's like, shoot, you can't take that back. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? The stuff that you put in, even a little bit that you learned, I didn't learn until probably like a few months or a year later. So you gonna already be up. But
And yeah, I appreciate that because I feel like we're our worst critic.
all the time,
And
for sure.
sometimes I'd be like, I can get in my bag a bit more.
Mm-hmm.
And there, every now and then, I'll get like, I'll do a photo shoot or maybe work an event, and I'll be like, oh, that's a fire photo. And I'll really like, nah, I did that.
Yeah.
But you know, I'm a humble person, so most of the time I'm just like, all right, for sure, thanks. Appreciate it.
I stay on myself far as like it can be probably like one of my best shoots, and I'll be like, nah, that ain't it. I'll just critique the littlest thing, but like I think what I do is I take when my mentor say something, when he be looking and he be like, hey bro, you got something, and I'll be like, for real? Because every time, like Destiny know, every time he shoot, we both be like, but how did you do that though?
Yeah, he does magic for sure.
For sure,
He's
like he do something cold, and I'm like, okay, but look, when you click your shutter, how do you click it? You feel me? Like it be those type of questions.
I need the blueprint.
I need the like, bro.
The math ain't mathing
on
okay?
everything, because I'm like, how? And then the cold part be, how do it look like that out of camera? Like, we're talking about raw photos, and bro shoots them like they already, obviously he shoots for post, but I'm like, bro, you cold. And it's like, when I try to mimic that, it just be a hair off, and I'll be like, and that hair off irritates me. So I don't, you know,
when Brian tells me I did something right, I'm like, okay,
I'm on the right path.
I'm on the right path. I remember I had him looking at these pictures I took from the Laker. It was either Laker practice or the Golden State practice.
Right.
And I was like, their light sucked. The pictures came out terrible. And he said, what? This is fire. I said, are we looking at the same thing? I was like, these pictures look like trash to me. And he was like, no, like, these are fire. And so I was just like, okay, maybe I'll strip it, fix my Kelvin a little bit. But tweaked them still. I was just like, what does he see? But yeah, Brian has a cold eye.
Brian cold. So
shout out to our mentors, Brian and Darius.
Mm-hmm. Because
they walked. What'd you say the other day?
They walk so we can run. Because they learn photography. They learn photography like themselves. Like I think Darius went to school
for videography.
Yeah. But I mean, I guess you can learn, because videography and photography go hand in hand. Yeah, but Brian went, like, he just off the dribble, off the muscle basically. He just learned photography. So his stuff cold. You know what I'm saying? Both of them is cold, because I be looking at Darius and I be like, how? But they both got they just both got different niches.
Yeah, and just spending time. Obviously, like every time we see them, they're teaching us something new
on everything,
and like they're educating themselves on how to be better photographers. And I feel like that's the key. And I remember being so much more hungry when I started, and just always watching YouTube videos and stuff. And I'm like, I gotta keep
that same energy.
Yeah, because that's what's gonna basically separate me from the rest.
From everybody else.
That's gonna have my picture like, oh dang, like that's her picture. Who took that? Or and
that's what both of them did though. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking like I know, but I mean, from what they've told me and what Brian, what they wives have told us, is like they just stay up all night and just be editing, and I'd be like, I'd be sleepy. I just be trying to go to sleep, or I be trying to watch my show or something. Like for me, I just be trying to like get away from it too.
Yeah. I feel like there's like a balance.
Yeah,
you can't always. I mean, you can, but it's like you have to, in order to stay creative. Like Tyler Perry, he's not making scripts all year.
Yeah,
he does it for 6 months, then he take a break for maybe 6 months. I think that's what it was.
Yeah,
and
he crazy for that.
He comes back, so it's like you have to stay focused and dedicated in a time frame.
That's true.
That's true for sure. Navigate a move like that.
Yeah, because I'm trying to tell you, I'll be like, I don't want to edit these photos, but I guess.
Some people hate it. Like in photography, some people that's like, they hate it. But it's like, I mean, you can go pay somebody, but your stuff not going to look,
It's photographers that I see all the time, and I be looking, and I be like, oh yeah, they for sure got an editor, because ain't no way.
But some people some people have their strengths and weaknesses, and some people are like, I just want to take it Or some people are just like, I don't even want to take it. I just want to edit.
Yeah,
It's like,
that's true.
hey, whatever floats your boat.
Yeah,
But,
I mean,
I
yeah, there
think
ain't nothing
you can
wrong
get
with
all the
nobody.
bags.
Yeah,
you
there ain't
know,
nothing
you
wrong.
just
It ain't
do
nothing wrong with people that get their
both.
stuff edited. I'm just saying, like how you said, if you want all your bag, you ain't gotta send
Yeah,
it.
and that's really it.
Yeah, cause I'm all money in. I ain't trying to be.
On everything.
I need an editor. I can edit my own stuff.
Yeah.
I'm cool.
And then what if, I don't know, what if it don't look the same or
No. But that's it right there.
Yeah.
So like when you got an editor, and then
or multiple.
multiple.
Yeah.
Now you got different frequency separations and all of that going on. And then when you say, for instance, they booked and busy, and then you got to edit your own stuff, then that's when the rubber meets the road.
Yeah, because everybody's eye is not the same.
On
Even though we
everything.
like the same stuff all the time. Like so many photographers, but people will see the same thing and take it different pictures,
On everything.
So it's just like, hey, whatever works for you.
I mean, yeah, whatever works for you, it is what it is. But far as us working together, though.
Yeah, we took a left turn.
On everything. We just be talking. But, yeah, I feel like, okay, you went first, right? So, for me, I like working with Destiny. Honestly, I like the opportunity that we can be, because it's all, like with YouTube, right? Like, the main thing that she would say was, YouTube is memories. You know what I'm saying? And then I think about us working together, like, that's memories. You be like, hey, remember when we shot that? Oh, remember when we did that? Like, for me, I like it. Now, I think the only thing for me is just the bread. Like
yeah, has to make sense.
I'm aggressive. So I need my bread. You know what I'm saying? And it's not, I need your bread. It's like, if we get a gig and they paying, X amount of dollars for both of us, oh yeah, solid. But if you know what though, I've deferred a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I deferred to a point where it's like, if they trying to pay me less and pay you more, I just would be like, hey, like, give her what y'all was gonna give me. You feel me? And then that mean you get more of your bag. So I feel like I've been trying to grow in that, and in that aspect, or whatever case may be. But like, kind of the getting it off the muscle is like, oh no, I need my bread for sure, because these lights don't stay on by themselves. You know what I'm saying? We got to pay our, we got to pay rent. We got to do this. We got to, insurance and all this type of stuff. So that's where I be aggressive with mine, because it just be the money. But they say money is the root of all evil. So I feel like if we can just manage that better in a relationship, I think that would work.
Yeah,
I feel like it's been working.
Like we have strengths and weaknesses.
Yeah,
like
for
we
sure.
were just talking today about a gig that came up, and I'm more, I won't say paper savvy, but
she's good. Look, when we become millionaires, I'm going to give her the opportunity to have access to my stuff, because I don't do good with managing money. She's a good saver. So, and I trust her very, very much. So, far as that, she can handle that, because with numbers, it's like, she be like, okay, cool. Like, she's just a good saver. So I know, like, and then her priorities is like straightforward. If the rent need to be paid, or this need to be going somewhere, if you got to pay this person, she own it. Like, and that goes with the paperwork, like the contract stuff. My first contract, she helped me with that. So I feel like you did.
He just took my contract
on everything.
and changed
Look,
it
she
for
walked
his name.
She walked so I can run, and I love it here. Because
I mean, all the paperwork. If you ever see paperwork from
it's
Darnell,
it's for sure her.
It's definitely Destiny, because he was
And
like, "Can you make me this?" And I
ain't got no shame in it. I remember I was out. I was I ain't gonna name drop, but I was doing this shoot, and remember I called you. I'm like, hey Pooh, can you write this up for this person?
Yeah,
and she wrote it up, and I sent it. I'm like,
why do you want to name drop? That was a big deal.
No, I'm cool.
What is it? What was?
I don't. No. It's okay. So
humble.
That's
humble
what
pie,
that's what that was, and I was just like, what the heck? But I don't know, man. She real good with that. Like me, I'm the let's go out and handle it. You feel me? Point me in the right direction. I'ma shoot it.
And you're like the visionary too. I feel like we pick each other's brains on different things. Like if
Mm-hmm.
it's a shoot, it's like, well, what do you think about this? Or if we get to a venue and it's like, okay, you were thinking this and that way.
Yeah.
That's why like I said, our strengths and weakness. Because sometimes I'd be like,
And I can get better in that because sometimes when I, like how she said, a visionary, when I go in there, my eyes is already scanning and I'm already looking, and then she'll come in there and be like, oh, but Darnell, but you see that? And I'll be like, I just cancel her stuff out. I'll be like, no, okay, this is what's gonna happen. Boom, 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 boom.
Wrong.
But I
Doing me
think
so wrong.
I know, but what what I feel like I got better. Well, I'm trying to get better in is just like being open to her stuff, because I think like her advice, like when you can't take advice from the person closest to you, but then a stranger might say it, and then you be like, oh, you right. So I'm trying to like open my eyes to that so I can hear it the first time. Like,
Story of your life.
like even setting this little podcast up, she was just like, Darnell, you should do it like this. And I'm like, Destiny, just let me look. I don't want to waste no more
That's
time.
another thing. We didn't even touch on that friction of like your opinion and your creativity and my creativity clashing. And a lot,
Boy, it'd be over with.
I will say a lot of the times, like he doesn't like to listen. I'm very open to his critique because I know he knows what he's talking about, and what he doesn't know, I'll just say, hey, I don't really feel that, because whatever. This man, it's not until he really asks, like, okay, this need da 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 da. But if I just throw my opinion out and he didn't ask,
Boy,
he's like, yeah, no, so I'm gonna do this, and I'm just like, okay, I'm just gonna walk away. I'm not gonna help. Don't ask me for help.
I know she be doing that, and then I'll be having to think. I'll be like, dang,
Yeah,
she
it's
done did.
rude.
She's been doing this longer than me. So that's why I'll be like, I'll walk up in there and be like, hey, Destiny, can you help me real quick? So, cause I be look, sometimes I can kind of get over, over like my own head. So that's why at the end of the day, I'll be like, yeah, I need help. Can you just show me how to do it? And then she'll come over there and then she'll like put her stuff, put her 2 cents in. So
Yeah, so we'll see like how this continues to turn out in the
Yeah.
future, and hopefully, we really can mix the two of photography, videography,
yeah, no, for
and
sure.
really kind of make our stamp
Mm-hmm.
in the world, and then that way people are booking us for what we do.
Yeah, and
So
we
to
both
just
can
both photography and stuff like that, because hello, videos, where the money resides,
on everything. But that was good for my first podcast.
Yeah, good job.
First
Keep
episode.
it up, y'all. Continue to support my boo. What's your name again on this podcast?
Through our lens.
Yeah, through our lens. Subscribe. I think that's what people do. I don't really.
Yeah, it's gonna be on YouTube.
Yeah. But no, like, you
Spotify
have
and stuff.
podcasts on Apple. Subscribe and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And stay tuned for the next episode.
Factual. All right, y'all. Peace.